On this video, we're going to be talking about the 7 ways to pay your credit card debt off. When people are thinking about paying their credit card off, they don't think about that they need to come with a plan of action. This is a plan of action that you must put in effect on paper, and you must be able to accomplish the goal. And how do you do this? First thing what you want to do is make sure that you put it on paper. Knowing how to handle your credit card's interest. And then knowing your budget. How much you got going in, how much you got going out, how much money are you making per month, and how much money are you using to pay your bills, and how much money are you using for your groceries, how much money are you using for gas, how much money are you using for your utilities. But that's important for you to know. But on this video, we're going to be talking about credit card debt only. It's 2 things that people have used in the past, and it's 2 things that people are using right now, which is the same thing. They're using the strategies called the snowball method versus the avalanche method. And we're going to be talking about that later on in this video. Again, let me say it again. It is the snowball method or the avalanche method. People are using that to this day, and they have used it in the past. So again, we're going to talk about it as we get on with the video later on. But one thing you want to make sure you know, or you do, when it comes to paying off your credit card payment, easiest way to pay them off is to set up automatic payments. And why do you want to set automatic payments up? So you won't forget. You won't forget that, hey, I got my Home Depot due tomorrow. Or I have my Macy's credit card due in 1 week. Or I have my Walgreens credit card due. Well, who has a Walgreens credit card? But anyway, I have my car payment due. My GM Financial car payment due. Or I have my light bill due. My utilities, my gas, my lights, or my water bill. They're due. Set them up on automatic payments. This is the easiest way to pay your bills, and actually to pay them off faster. How? Is because you'll never forget. You may forget that your bills due, but your bank account will show the money coming out your account. But guess what? Don't forget to pay your credit card bill. Or if you forget to pay your credit card bill and you have it on auto pay, they're going to take their money out, and then you may forget to put it in, but you might have that 24-hour grace period to put the money in your account in order for you not get charged for overdraft fee. But that's another video. So this is number 1, is to know exactly what you're going to do and how you're going to get your credit card debt paid off. You got to know your budget. You got to know what's going in and out. And then you got to list all your credit cards, your minimum payments, and your APR. Now, the APR is your annual percentage rate. Now, let's get on with number 2. Number 2 is know your debt. Knowledge is power when it comes to attacking your credit card bills. So know exactly what you owe and what you need to pay off each month, and the amount of interest on each of your credit cards charged against unpaid debts will help you determine your best plan of attack. Now, listing all these credit card debts will help you easily progress for the next step in paying off your credit card debt. Now, that's important. Number 2, know your credit card debt. Know your debt. Just like I said, number 1, knowing what's coming in, know what's going out, know your debt, know your monthly payment, know your interest rate, know how much is due monthly. If you don't do anything while watching this video, at least you want to do list all your credit cards that you owe. All your credit cards. That's important. Now, number 3, select a credit card debt reduction strategy. Now that you know the budget and the details of your credit card debt, you can select a strategy to pay off your credit card debt using the snowball effect. Now, the snowball effect, which is a snowball method to pay off your credit card debt, it targets the credit cards with the smallest current balance. For instance, the smallest current balance that I have is my Target. Now, my Target bill, it usually runs about $150, $200 a month. That's the smallest debt that I have per month. Now, I pay this off first, which is called the snowball method, because it's an easy win. Easy win to make me feel good because I paid my smallest credit card debt off. Remember, when you're paying credit card debt off, you want to be able to do what? You want to make sure you like and love the small wins, because the small wins help you get to the big wins. Remember, the small wins help you get to the big wins. If I was you, I would start with the snowball method. Why? It's because you want to pay the smallest credit card off faster. Now, once you have completely paid off the credit card with the smallest balance, you take the small monthly payment and apply it to the additional monthly payments to the credit card of the next smallest balance. Now that's important because you pay one credit card off, you pay the next payment. But remember, what did I say? I'm going to repeat this. Once you have completely paid off your credit card with the smallest balance, remember my smallest balance is Target. You take the small monthly budget, you apply it, in addition to the monthly minimum payment to the credit card with this next small balance. So in other words, the balance, the money that you took to pay off the smallest credit card bet, your first one, which was my Target, you're going to take that and add it to your next smallest bill, credit card bill, and pay that off. So that is a good strategy. I use it myself because I like small wins. Remember, it's all about small wins. The next method that you can use is using the avalanche method to pay off credit card debt. Now, where the snowball method attacks the credit cards with the smallest balance, the avalanche method reduces your credit card debt by attacking your credit card that has the highest annual percentage rate or interest rate. Remember, APR is annual percentage rate. Now, while you're using minimum payments to pay against all the other credit card debts, you can use as much as you can for the available budget to pay off your high APR credit card. Now, listen, well, that's basically it for the avalanche method to paying your credit card off. Let me just say this. The avalanche method works by striking down the biggest contributor to your increased credit card debt. By paying off your highest interest, your highest APR, you significantly reduce the amount of interest that you must regularly pay each month. Now, I'm reading, but I'm also taking notes and just making sure I'm getting the information clear out to you. Now, picking a method to pay off your credit card debt, both the snowball method or the avalanche method, may have been proven to be effective way to reduce credit card debt. Snowball method or avalanche method, whichever one you use one of them, because these are easy ways and a process for you to get down pat in order for you to get out of your credit card debt. Me, honestly, what did I say? I already always think about, give me my small win. The queen likes small wins. So if I was you, I want small wins too. I get the small wins, so you get to the big wins on no matter what you do. Now, number 4, set up automatic payments. Automatic payment allows you to commit to a monthly budget for reducing your credit card debt. As you do, advantage of any ability to rearrange your credit card payments dates to better align you with your paycheck. In other words, I remember my credit card payments were due on the 8th of every month. Well, I get paid on the 15th and I get paid on the 30th. So the credit cards that were due on the 8th and the 9th, that didn't help me. I had to make sure I had my money over here in order to pay my credit card debt on the 8th and 9th. So what I did, I talked to my credit card company and I was able to move my credit cards from the 15th to the 30th. In some cases, some of my credit cards would not move it to the 15th. I had to move it to the 17th or the 18th. But I was okay because it still gave me time when you get paid on the 15th. Okay, you got to have a little bit of money. You have your money to pay your credit cards versus having my credit cards due on the 7th or the 8th of the month. So it's all about having conversation. How can I align my credit card bills or my credit card statements or my credit cards around how I get paid? It's all about alignment. It's all about having them work with you. But if you don't ask, can you move your payments or can you move your due date? And then you won't know until you ask. But most credit card companies will allow you to move your due date. That's a quick way. Number 5, investigate alternative ways to pay off credit card debt. If you found the budget, you can't handle the self-directed credit card debt reduction plan, or if you have too many open accounts, manage it on your own. It may be time to look into other resources like debt counseling services where you give them the money and they pay off your credit cards. That's a way. If you can't manage and budget in order to pay your own credit cards off, or do the snowball effect or the avalanche method, the snowball method or the avalanche method, maybe you need to look at alternative ways to help you pay your bills. It's okay. Don't be ashamed, right? Because everybody needs a system. Everybody needs a system. So debt counseling services are ways to assess your income and your debts and aim to build to help you pay your credit cards or your debts off faster. Now, another way, which you really honestly we can call balanced transfer credit cards. Balance transfer credit cards. Now, balance transfer credit cards may be used for some people, but not for everybody. But there are a few things to consider when you come to applying for one. Now, listen, such as credit worthiness. Now, if you have bad credit and your credit score is sitting on 500, 550, 580, under 600, you're not going to get a balance transfer credit card. You're not going to be able to transfer your high balance credit cards to a low balance credit card, maybe a 0% interest for 12 months or 6 to 12 months, because you're not credit worthy in order to get your balance transfer to qualify for that lower interest rate. Here's the thing, balance transfer fees and more. More credit cards offer that include ability to transfer existing credit card balances will also state that their APRs, so moving an existing balance from a high APR, which remember APR is annual percentage rate, card is to a new credit card with a lower APR. Remember what I said, APR may help reduce the amount of interest you have to pay on the balance each month. Balance transfer fees. Remember, in order to qualify for a balance transfer credit card, you have to be credit worthy. Again, if your credit card, if your interest rate is low, you're not going to qualify for that high balance transfer. In other words, in order to transfer your credit card from a high interest rate to a low interest rate credit card, they may charge you 3 to 5% of the balance before you requesting a transfer. So 3 to 5% may be charged to your balance from even going from a higher interest rate to a lower interest rate. Remember, if they give you lower interest rates, most of these credit card companies only give it to you for a small amount of time. For a smaller amount of time, maybe 6 months, maybe 12 months, and then the interest rate may elevate or go up. Because if they're going to give you 0% on a balance transfer, they're not going to give you 0% for 36 months or 48 months. That 0% interest might be for 6 months or might be for a year. Then it's going to go up maybe to a regular interest rate or whatever interest rate that they say that they're going to give you. So when you're looking to do a balance transfer, just do this. Read the small print. That's very important. We talked about this. I'm going to hit it again. But balance transfer credit cards with introduction of 0% APR. When you have good credit score, you may be offered 0% for any balance transfer. If you don't qualify for it, then they're going to give you that higher interest rate. It might be lower than your one that you're already paying. So know that if you have a balance transfer and you transfer high interest rates over with your credit card balances, know there's going to be typically, 6 months, 12 months, or maybe 18 months. Know that it's going to be under 18 months or under 24 months when it comes to a balance transfer. Because remember, credit cards companies don't make money by charging you lower interest rate. They make money by charging the high interest rate. If you have a low interest rate on your credit card, it's because you're credit worthy, because you have showed the lenders you have the ability to pay. You have showed them that you can make payments on time. You have showed them you know how to manage your money. So remember, the people that qualify for the lower interest rates are the people that actually qualify because they are credit worthy. Credit worthy. Credit worthy. Number 6. Let's talk about number 6. Cultivate a healthy credit lifestyle. When they say cultivate, we're going to put a pin in number 6. And I'm going to come back and probably do another video talking about number 6. But let's skip on over to number 7. Because number 7 is very important. Matter of fact, I think, honestly, this is one of a major part of this video, number 7. Lock, but don't close your credit card account. What happens is a lot of people, when they get into credit card debt, or they said they're looking to pay their credit cards off, and they're just tired of credit cards. They lock or they close their credit cards. You don't close your credit cards. Now, debt reduction only works if you stop adding the balance to new purchases to avoid overspending or accumulating debt. Now, you can request your account to be locked or frozen. I think a lot of people now these days are locking their credit card. If they're not using their credit card, they're locking their credit card. They're either getting online by doing it or locking their credit card, or they're calling their credit card company and they're actually having their credit card locked. Now, that prevents them from even using their credit card on a consistent basis, or that's having them, they have to actually call their bank or their credit card company and say, hey, you know what, I need you to unlock my credit card. I want to be able to use it, or they got to get online. So sometimes locking is the best way to do it. Why? Is because if you think about it, if you go to use your credit card and it's locked, you might just go ahead and use some other form of payment versus using a credit card. I know I have done that a couple of times where my credit card is locked and I was like, I don't want to call back and unlock my card, or I don't want to get online. So you know what, I found another form of payment in my pocket. And it's usually cash, right? Or maybe my debit card, not my credit card, because I know that I'm accumulating more interest on my credit. I'm accumulating more debt when I pay my credit card debt off, and then I'm using it again. So locking it may be the best way for you. I gave you 7 ways to pay your credit card off faster or pay your credit card off. Just some strategies. And it might not be that strategy for you, but it may help someone. Again, it might not be the best strategy for you, but it might help someone. Now, on the next video, I'm going to be talking about the opportunity of the credit score lag. So stay tuned for my next video. Now, do me a favor. If you watch this video the whole time, do me a favor. Subscribe to my channel. Why you want to be subscribed to my channel? Because you want to be notified every time I do a video, you'll be notified. So share, like, comment, talk to me, because I'm doing my videos for you. Not me, but for you. See you on the next video.